The AREDS 2 formula has long been considered the gold standard for supporting eye health, but some experts have raised concerns about the nutrient levels in the PreserVision AREDS 2 formula, especially when it comes to zinc, vitamin E, and vitamin C. Take zinc, for example. The formula includes 80 milligrams per day, twice the tolerable upper limit of 40 milligrams set by many health organizations. High doses of zinc have been linked to increased risk of urinary issues and suggest it could raise the likelihood of hospitalizations for these problems. Even more concerning, long-term zinc supplementation above 75 milligrams daily have been associated with nearly doubling the risk of aggressive prostate neoplasms. Then there's vitamin E. The AREDS 2 formula contains 400 IU daily, but research suggests that high doses of vitamin E may raise the likelihood of hemorrhagic stroke. Additionally, a study from the SELECT trial found a small increase in prostate neoplasm risk among men taking vitamin E supplements over 7 years, although the effect was relatively minor. Vitamin C is another area of concern. The formula provides 500 milligrams per day, which might sound beneficial, but some evidence suggests that high doses for long periods could have a pro-oxidant effect on the eye's lens, potentially increasing the risk of cataracts. In fact, research on older adults have linked vitamin C supplementation, even at just 500 milligrams per day, to a higher likelihood of developing cataracts. So, is there a better way to improve on the AREDS 2 formula? To answer that, we need to understand how researchers arrived at this formula in the first place. The development of the AREDS 2 formula is a fascinating story of scientific progress aimed at tackling one of the leading causes of vision loss in older adults, age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. It all started in the 1990s when the National Eye Institute launched the first age-related eye disease study, or AREDS. At the time, there were no effective treatments for AMD, leaving millions at risk of severe vision loss. The goal of the study was to see if certain vitamins and antioxidants could help slow the disease's progression. By 2001, the results were in, and they were promising. Researchers found that a specific blend of vitamin C, 500 milligrams, vitamin E, 400 IU, beta-carotene, 15 mg, zinc, 80 mg, and copper, 2 mg, could reduce the risk of advanced AMD by about 25%. These nutrients were chosen based on their ability to combat oxidative stress, which plays a key role in AMD. But as the science evolved, so did the need to refine the formula, leading to the launch of the AREDS 2 study in 2006. AREDS 2 aimed to improve upon the original formula by addressing a few key concerns found during the original AREDS study. First, beta-carotene, while effective, was found to increase the risk of lung neoplasms in smokers. Second, emerging research suggested that omega-3 fatty acids and the carotenoids lutein and zeaxanthin might offer additional eye health benefits. Finally, some participants in the original study experienced digestive issues from the high zinc levels. To address these concerns, researchers tested a few modifications. First, replacing beta-carotene with lutein 10 mg and zeaxanthin 2 mg to see if they offered the same or better protection. Second, adding omega-3 fatty acids 350 mg and 650 mg doses to determine if they could further enhance the formula. And third, lowering the zinc from 80 mg to 25 mg to reduce the side effects while maintaining effectiveness. Over 5 years, the study followed more than 4,000 participants to see how these changes impacted AMD progression. By 2013, the results were clear. Swapping beta-carotene for lutein and zeaxanthin proved to be just as effective, if not better, without the risk to smokers. Reducing zinc from 80 mg to 25 mg made no difference in effectiveness, but could help minimize side effects. However, omega-3 fatty acids, while beneficial for overall health, did not provide a significant advantage for AMD. The most widely available version of this formula is the Preservision AREDS 2, which mostly sticks to these recommendations. However, one major difference is that it still includes 80 milligrams of zinc rather than the lower 25 milligrams tested in AREDS 2. This higher zinc dose reflects the original study's findings, but remains a controversial point among experts. So can the AREDS 2 formula be improved? Before getting into it, it's important to clarify that the health concerns we've discussed at the beginning aren't definitive. These nutrients aren't going to cause these issues if you take them, only that they may increase certain risks in the long term, especially at higher doses from supplements. However, if you're taking AREDS 2 for AMD, you're likely using it long term. That's why it's worth considering the bigger picture of how these nutrients affect overall health, and not just your eyes. With that in mind, here's my take on a more practical, balanced, and long-term alternative to the AREDS 2 formula. The most important ingredients are likely lutein and zeaxanthin. These carotenoids are essential for eye health, and supplementing with them alone may be the most effective long-term strategy. A simple generic lutein and zeaxanthin combo supplement that provides doses similar to AREDS 2 is both much more affordable and likely sufficient for most people. What about zinc? Older adults may benefit from some zinc, but not necessarily in the high doses found in AREDS 2. A daily intake of around 20 milligrams is likely enough, helping with AMD while also addressing common age-related zinc deficiencies, which can lead to other health issues. What about copper? High doses of zinc can interfere with copper absorption, leading to a rare condition called zinc-induced copper deficiency. However, studies suggest that this only becomes a concern at very high zinc intakes, typically 100 to 300 milligrams per day. While this may have been an issue with the original formulation, if you're only taking 20 milligrams of zinc daily, it's unlikely to cause problems, and adding extra copper isn't usually necessary. And what about vitamin C and E? While these antioxidants play important roles in protecting cells from damage, supplementing with high doses doesn't seem to offer additional benefits for most people. In fact, some research suggests that excessive amounts of these antioxidants might even be harmful. It might help you if you were deficient, but since true deficiencies in these vitamins are rare in developed countries, skipping the extra vitamin C and E is probably a good idea, unless you have a specific need. So for most people, a generic lutein and zeaxanthin supplement plus a small amount of zinc for older adults is a simpler and more balanced alternative to AREDS 2. A 1-month supply of Preservision AREDS 2 costs around $15. Meanwhile, a generic lutein and zeaxanthin supplement costs $8 to $10 per month, and zinc adds just $1 to $2 per month. That means you can get nearly the same benefits for about $9 to $12 per month. Rating AREDS 2 by effectiveness for eye health, I'm giving it a B. There is good evidence that the AREDS 2 formula can help with AMD as well as possibly cataracts in some populations. Rating it by cost, I'm giving it a B. It can be replicated at a cheaper cost, however, is decently priced for a combination supplement. Rating for safety, I'm giving it a C. Although most ingredients are unlikely to be of much cause for concern, the high dose of zinc may cause some people issues. Overall rating, I'm giving a B. It's a good option for those looking to help improve eye health and reduce the risk of AMD. However, there are better alternatives out there. Hi, I'm Dr. Brian Yeung. Do you think it's worth it? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you found this video helpful, please subscribe to the channel and leave me a like. Hit the notification bell if you want to stay up to date, and share this video with someone you know who uses the info.